This is the DJI Neo 2 Motion Fly More combo. This is DJI's cheapest entry-level drone, the Neo 2, and it comes in about 3 different variants depending on how you want to fly it, both with a remote control, your smartphone, or this guy, which is basically their FPV mode. It comes with the motion controller, the goggles N3, the Neo 2, and a few extra batteries. Today we're going to take a look at what we get in the box, and also take it out for our first flight. I will be doing a full review on this guy, taking a look at it with basically all of the different control methods, be that your smartphone, no controller at all, the standard controller, and the FPV. So opening up the box, let's take out the drone first. Here it is. It's actually significantly bigger than its little brother, the DJI Neo. I think I've actually got the Neo down here somewhere that we can use for reference. So this is the Neo 2, and that is the Neo there. It does come in slightly heavier, of course, but you would expect that because of the slightly bigger size. On the back here, we've got the receiver. Typically, if you just buy the drone on its own, you won't receive this receiver. This receiver is for any of the motion controllers or the standard controllers. If you're just using your smartphone, you can fly this via Wi-Fi. We've already got a battery installed. We can press the side buttons and basically slide upwards. And we can see the battery compartment there. It flies for, they say, about 15 minutes, and I think in practice most people are getting about 10 out of it. On the top here, we can see one of those obstacle avoidance sensors. On the bottom, we've got another of the obstacle avoidance sensors and a palm detection sensor as well. So basically you can hold your palm out and it will happily land on it like that. On the front, we've got LiDAR on this side for object detection and avoiding obstacles. And on this side, we've got the screen which will show you all of its different modes. Let's go ahead and put the drone off to the side and take a look at what else you get in the box. Let's take a look in the side section here, pulling it up and out. We're going to slide the box out of the way and have a look section by section. So it slides open from the side here, and we obviously have all of our instructions and DJI stickers. Good, because I need some more of those on my flight case. We have the charging dock for up to 3 batteries. Of course, there's already a battery in the drone, so with the Fly More bundle, you do get the charger itself and 2 additional batteries. Just obviously peeling off the sticker to insert the 3rd battery. It's just noting that the 3rd one is in the drone at the moment. This quick charger is quite nice because it will charge all 3 of them simultaneously, whereas previously some of the chargers that DJI did, it wouldn't do that. So let's put that off to the side and take a look at what else we get in the box here. Obviously a USB-C to C cable for charging. A few spare propellers for when you crash or break it. So you've got quite a few there. And of course, we get the motion controller. This bundle cost me around 500 and something pounds, I think. But here's the motion controller itself. It feels really nice in the hand. You've got your trigger, so you can push once slightly to go forwards and even further. You can reverse. We've got the joystick there. It's actually a pretty simple controller from the feel of it. I'm actually really looking forward to giving it a try because I've never flown FPV, particularly with the DJI sense. So again, let's put that off to the side and take a look at what else we get in the box, because of course we're still missing one of the major things that makes this which makes this the FPV style bundle, and that is the goggles N3. These are the goggles N3. They do have a set, this is their cheaper set of goggles. They do have a more expensive set as well, which I can't remember what they call. I think they're just called the goggles 3. And here we have the goggles N3. Along the front, we've got the antenna, which just flip upwards like so. We've got a joystick for controlling basically everything, all of the different options within the headset. Along the top, there's USB-C for charging, And there is also a micro SD card slot so you can record directly from the headset's view. It is worth noting that the Neo 2 doesn't actually have space for a micro SD card. All it has is its inbuilt storage. That is up on the standard Neo, so you do get more internal storage, but there is no way to expand that, unfortunately. Battery is all in the back here, so it's actually quite nicely weighted. It is pretty thick. So the N3 is their entry level version of this headset. They do have the 3 and it is a lot lighter and a lot less thick, but honestly, I think this is still a pretty good starting point for anyone looking to get into the world of FPV. I haven't flown FPV for a very long time, and when I did, it was a tiny whoop and I really wasn't very good at it. But let's go ahead and get the drone set up and all configured. So if none of you have used a DJI product before and you're on Android, you'll probably know that the DJI Fly app, for whatever reason, actually isn't on the Google Play Store. You have to download from their website and then install manually. It's a little bit more of a convoluted and difficult process than it is on iOS, but honestly, it's still not the worst thing in the world. Let's go ahead and get it all updated, and then what we'll need to do is log into our account and connect up all of the different devices. There's actually quite a lot to pair here. So we're going to jump into the connection guide here, and we're going to choose the DJI Neo 2. It's going to ask us to download it, so we'll wait a second and let it do that in the background. While we wait, let's quickly talk about the camera on the Neo 2. It's actually the same half-inch sensor that's on the Neo 1, but this time we are gimbal stabilized on 2 axes, the first and the second. This is up from the 1-axis stabilization that we had on the Neo 1, so footage is going to look significantly better on this thing than it would coming from the Neo 1. So we're going to connect with the RC and the goggles. We have the N3. And here it is, it's telling us to plug in via a USB-C cable, which we do actually have here. It came with it, so let's do that. Plugging into the top of the goggles unit and into the smartphone as well. Powering on the drone is from the battery on the top here, so we press it once and then hold. And we're all set up. The headset is beeping away next to me, trying to search for our drone. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's beeped. So it's now in searching for the goggles, which it has managed to do. And we're going to take the motion 3. Again, pressing the power button once, and then holding to power it on. And it is all activated and ready to go. On our device, it's now saying that we need to activate the drone, which we will do. We will agree. And we're now pretty much ready to fly. We are going to skip DJI Care Refresh for now and install all of the updates. Now everything is updated, sadly I don't have enough battery power to actually give this thing its first flight. So we're going to have to go away and charge up all of the batteries on everything and then give it its first flight, but I'm super excited. So after a relatively short tutorial, I was let loose with this thing. And honestly, the motion controller is a pretty amazing piece of kit. It makes FPV feel almost a little too easy. I was pulling off some pretty tight spaces here. In particular, when I try to fly through the car in a moment, you'll notice that I do it with relative ease. Even when flying inside, I had no issues. If I did ever crash into anything, which I definitely did, the drone itself took little to no damage. The thing that struck me the most about the Neo 2 over the Neo though is just how fast this guy is. It feels incredibly fast, and that might just be because I'm in an FPV view, but I cannot wait to try out this thing properly and get you a full review really soon.